What's good, everybody? So we're all very excited to see Max Holloway fight Conor McGregor this weekend. It's all very hyped. This guy, we haven't seen him for like a half a decade at this point. Last time we saw him, he was shoulder striking Cowboy Cerrone and got him out of there in like 2 rounds or 1 round. But I think we're getting lost in the idea, in the magic of it all. You know, Strickland beat Hamzat, Gaethje beat Ilya. We're all getting lost in this, and we have to come back to reality and think, Conor actually needs to lose this fight if we want the UFC to be in any sort of shape and form for the next 3 years, right? If Conor actually wins this fight, the consequences of him winning are so much more than just, oh, he beat a contender in Max Holloway. It actually fucks up the UFC, low-key, and the whole lightweight and welterweight division for a little bit, all right? So first, let's get into the matchup. Let's talk about the keys of victory for each guy. We're going to go over it briefly because I'm sure you guys have already seen like 13 videos breaking down this matchup. But I think this is a pretty easy fight to predict. Conor McGregor hasn't come in for a long time, probably has not been training consistently for years at this point. And he's already someone who was very quick twitch. You know, he had a lot of explosive power, great reaction time, whatever. But he's always been notorious for gassing out, right? Notorious as like his nickname. Even in the second Nate Diaz fight that he actually won and went the distance, he was gassed out in the last 2 rounds. It is what it is. Like those are the rounds. Maybe the 4th you could give to Conor, but he was getting tired in those rounds, and that was a Conor who was in peak shape for that second Nate Diaz rematch. He was really, he was really getting after it. He wanted to get that win back. It's different, right? This is different. This is someone he's fighting someone in Max Holloway who's been in like 7 main events or 7 5-round fights. He fought Charles Oliveira, he fought Ilya Topuria, he fought even before, he fought Volkanovski 3 times. He fought, who else did he fight in the main event? Justin Gaethje for the BMF. And even if not all these fights went the distance, they went the full 5 rounds, a lot of them did, and he spent all of those training camps preparing for 5 rounds. This guy's been ready. I see this being a pretty easy pick where Max Holloway melts Conor McGregor up against the fence in like late round 4 or late round 3, one of those two. And Conor McGregor's only real key to victory here is getting the finish early, right? Just like getting the finish round 1, maybe early round 2 maximum. But let's get into what actually happens if Conor McGregor wins this fight and what happens if Conor McGregor loses. If Conor wins, this is for me the bad ending. Firstly, because we get into the maximum Dana White privilege tier. Like Conor McGregor, if you guys are talking about Paddy Pimblett's Dana White privilege, you're talking about, who do you want to say? Islam Makhachev's Dana White privilege. You want to talk about whoever. Like, whoever you think has Dana White privilege doesn't have shit on Conor McGregor. And it's understandable. This guy built this sport. This guy is the biggest star that there has been and probably that there will ever be. He attracted the most eyes to the sport ever. And you know, if this motherfucker gets a win against Max Holloway, even if it's a robbery decision, split decision, the whole world thinks Max Holloway won that fight, he's getting a title shot against Justin Gaethje. Justin Gaethje's itching for that payday, as would any UFC fighter ever. Past and present, future, whatever. Like, he's getting that title shot 100%. Dana Pink is getting on Instagram Live the next day announcing Conor McGregor, the notorious, against Justin Gaethje for the undisputed. And they'll just make like a Conor McGregor belt. They'll say Conor McGregor's fighting for the White House belt, for the undisputed belt, and for the Conor McGregor belt because we're making another one just to make it cooler again. Right? He's getting a title shot immediately, and unfortunately that means that all of these deserving contenders are sidelined. I've only put here Arman Tsarukyan and Charles Oliveira. You could argue, some people, some Spanish casuals out there maybe with the name of Artorias on YouTube, some may argue that Ilya Topuria should get a rematch, right? Some may argue if BSD beats Paddy, he's been on a pretty good run. Who else? Max Holloway if he beats Conor. But again, in this situation where Conor beats Max, he gets that title shot, he's jumping whoever's in line, and we're leaving guys that are supposed to fight for the title next, we're leaving them stalled out. And this would not be a bad matchup, having the Charles Oliveira and Arman Tsarukyan rematch. But morally or conceptually, these guys have been on crazy streaks. Arman Tsarukyan hasn't lost in years. Charles Oliveira was going after, Michael Chandler, Gamrot. Who's the last guy he fought? Max Holloway. He just smudged them, right? These guys do deserve these positions. They do deserve these opportunities. And unfortunately, they're going to be sidelined not only because Conor will be fighting for the belt, but also because we're going to see so many shenanigans. There's going to be so much wasted time with this random bullshit. We're going to be talking about a Khabib and Conor rematch. We're going to be talking about Conor McGregor going up to welterweight and fighting Islam Makhachev. For like a period of maybe, honestly, could be 2 months after Conor wins this fight, we are not going to have any movement in the welterweight or lightweight divisions, everything in the title picture is going to be fucking frozen because Dana White's going to be talking with the champions. They're going to be talking about Conor McGregor. Well, do we want to bring Conor to fight this guy? Do we want to make Conor fight that guy? Like, if Conor wants, if he wins this fight, he could genuinely go up to welterweight and challenge for the title, and Dana White would let him. And the UFC would let him. And you fucking guys would eat it up. I posted my video talking about my predictions of the fight, and there's people genuinely, like, convinced that Conor McGregor is the correct and easy pick here against Max Holloway. Coming off of a 5-year layoff, coming off of complete inactivity, coming off of cocaine, steroid, whatever. Like, coming off of all that bullshit, alcohol, whiskey. You can think that Conor McGregor is going to win that fight. Like, that can be your prediction. But you can't say that you're convinced that that's going to happen. You can't say that with 100% certainty. How are you so delusional? Like, you have to have stopped watching the sport in 2019 and then just picked it up right now and you think Conor McGregor is the same dude. He's been active. Whatever. The whole thing with this is that Conor McGregor can get whatever he wants. Ali Abdelaziz is going to be, managing his fighters' accounts, talking, texting, whatever. Conor McGregor, welcome back. Khabib had that beef with the cryptocurrency with Conor. They were talking about whatever. It's going to be a mess. It's going to be a mess. And the division, the lightweight division and welterweight division are going to be completely frozen. You were excited about, I don't know, Shavkat coming back and fighting somebody? You're going to have to wait, buddy. You're excited for Michael Morales to fight for the title? Nope. No. You're excited for Sean Brady to get a title shot, for Carlos Prates, for CP? You're going to have to wait, my brother. Because Conor McGregor gets to pick and choose who he fights, when he fights, what weight he fights. It's fucking sick. It's sick, man. I do not want to live in this world where we have the two probably best divisions in the sport outside of flyweight frozen. Just completely frozen, waiting for this fucking Irishman to do what he does. All right? Now let's get on to why Conor losing would actually be good for the sport. Why this is the good ending. Max Holloway wins, and immediately we can already admit, Conor retires. I hope, right? Conor retires, and he doesn't lose any stock. No one can take away, I don't want this to feel like, I don't want people to think this is a Conor McGregor hate video. I do love Conor McGregor. He's like such an elite fighter, such a great story. Just everything about his story is great. But Conor would not lose any stock coming here and losing to Max Holloway. Max Holloway is a professional MMA fighter that's been competing regularly for years. While this guy's been out doing coke and drugs, and fucking midgets in the club, right? I understand why he would lose. It makes sense that he would lose. This doesn't take away from his prime days, from his Jose Aldo win, from his Eddie Alvarez win, right? From the hype surrounding the Nate Diaz fights and the Khabib fight. This does not take away from Conor's stock. His legacy doesn't get worse. He doesn't drop out of the top 20 or top 25 best fighters of all time just based on this fact alone. So first of all, off the bat, he doesn't lose any stock. He's great. Let him retire. And also, we get the lightweight division fixed. And low-key the welterweight. We can actually move on with these divisions. Charles Oliveira can get a title shot. Gaethje wants that fight. He wants that rematch. Again, if fucking Conor McGregor wins, say goodbye, Charles. You're gonna have to wait at least another year to even think about a title shot. So Charles can get his title shot. He deserves it. We all would love to see Charles Oliveira become a champion again. Ilia Topuria, he can fight one of these contenders. If Paddy Pimblett wins against BSD, if BSD also wins, he could fight him. If Max Holloway wins against Conor, that rematch between Ilia and Max, I think, honestly, Ilia says it was Volk, but I believe Max gave him his hardest fight from what I noticed, right? From what I was watching. Max Holloway versus Ilia 2, Arman Sarukian, that's something that's been cooking for a long time. I'm sure Arman would say yes to an Ilia Topuria fight. These are matchups that are very interesting, both in the lightweight and welterweight division, and they're matchups that we won't get, at least not for a long time. We'll definitely not get in this version that we can get right now. These guys are all in their prime. We're going to have to wait literally another year and a half to start thinking about these guys. Gaethje's 38. Charles Oliveira is going to be 38. Max Holloway is going to be 36. These guys are getting older, and if Conor wins, we're not going to see these matchups in the time where we want to see them. They're just at the end of their prime. We have to see these matchups now because we're not going to see them ever again. These people are genuinely leaving the sport. We need these matchups now. We cannot have Conor McGregor putting his fucking foot fungus Irish foot in the middle of these divisions. We can't have that. We can't have these frozen. We can't have them stuck in the mud. All right. And lastly, this is more of a personal, grudge, a little pet peeve I have. We can stop with the fucking Conor McGregor callouts, bruh. Dead ass. This random ass motherfuckers calling out Conor McGregor. Michael Chandler, obviously we all know him. Conor McGregor. We all know Michael Chandler calls out Conor. He's become almost built a career in the UFC off of calling out Conor McGregor and almost fighting him. But then you have motherfuckers like Charles Oliveira, Joaquin Buckley, Usman, Masvidal, random boxers. I saw, what was it? Some big ass, like Fedor? No, I saw some like old heavyweight call out Conor McGregor. I'm like, what are we genuinely doing, bro? Let this man go. If Conor McGregor loses this fight, he's probably going to retire. He should retire, right? Because that just means you don't have it no more. Like, just let it go, Unc. And we can finally stop with the Conor McGregor call-outs. And we can move on with the sport. We can give way to there being a new star, a new face of this sport, man. Like in the NBA on some Wembanyama and LeBron timing. Like, we can finally move on. There'll probably never be anyone like Conor McGregor ever again. But we can finally let go of, you know, when we're talking about the biggest stars in the sport, some motherfucker in the comments like, hey man, you know, Conor McGregor's still the guy. And you have to be like, yeah, he is, I guess. Even if he hasn't fought for like 5 years, right? He's been inactive for longer than my baby cousin's been alive, right? That's what we're talking about. Him being the biggest star, hasn't done shit in the sport for 5 years. We can finally move on, all right? So thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you guys think about Conor McGregor winning this fight. Is it better for the sport if he wins? Or is it worse? You know, you guys know my opinion. Let me know down below. Thank you for watching. I'm going to go train. Ciao.